Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to our presentation on automated content repurposing. We'll be exploring how $1 Class Inc. is helping businesses maximize their reach through our innovative platform, iBARE. Over the next few minutes, I'll give you an overview of what we do and how we can help you streamline your content strategy. So let's get started. Now, let's delve into the concept of content repurposing value. As we look at this slide, I want to highlight how effectively repurposing content can significantly enhance our overall content strategy. By transforming existing content into different formats or for different channels, we maximize its value and reach. Next, we have the iBARE automation process. This process is designed to streamline and automate the repurposing workflow, saving us time and ensuring consistency across all our content outputs. Automation here is key to scaling our efforts efficiently. Then there's the repurposing workflow itself. This refers to the structured steps we follow to identify, adapt, and distribute content across various platforms. A clear workflow helps us maintain quality while accelerating our content cycle. Connecting these points, the overall theme is about leveraging technology and structured processes to make our content work harder for us, ultimately driving greater engagement and ROI through smart repurposing. Let's talk about content repurposing and its value. Essentially, this is about taking the content you've already created and transforming it into different formats or for different platforms. By doing so, you maximize your reach and efficiency. Instead of creating new content from scratch each time, you leverage what you already have, saving both time and resources. This approach not only helps you get more mileage out of your efforts, but also ensures consistency across your channels. For example, a detailed blog post can be turned into social media snippets, videos, or infographics. The key point here is that repurposing allows you to reach diverse audiences in ways that are most engaging for them. Connecting this to our overall theme, effective content repurposing is a strategic way to amplify your message and build a stronger presence without constantly reinventing the wheel. It's about working smarter, not harder, and making every piece of content work harder for you. When we talk about increasing reach efficiently, it really comes down to a few key ideas. First, reaching a wider audience. By leveraging multiple platforms, our content can connect with diverse audience segments without us having to create entirely new material for each channel. It's about spreading our message more broadly and effectively. Next, resource optimization plays a big role. Instead of investing time and budget into developing new content from scratch, we can transform the existing content we already have. This approach saves us both time and money, making our efforts more sustainable. Another important point is maintaining consistent messaging. When we adapt our core brand message across different formats and channels, it reinforces our brand recognition and helps with recall. People start to remember us better when the message stays aligned, no matter where they see it. And finally, there are SEO benefits to this approach. Creating multiple versions of content means more pages that can be indexed by search engines, which improves our visibility online. Plus, it opens up more opportunities for keyword optimization, helping us reach even more people organically. All in all, this strategy allows us to maximize our reach while being smart with our resources, keeping our messaging consistent, and improving our online presence, key themes that run through our overall marketing approach. Let's talk about how our approach saves you time and resources, which is at the core of what we're trying to achieve. First, with efficient content creation, you can repurpose existing materials instead of starting from scratch. This means you can significantly cut down on production time because you're leveraging what you already have. It's all about working smarter, not harder. Next, resource optimization is key. By focusing your team's efforts on strategic initiatives rather than repetitive content creation tasks, you're maximizing productivity. This way, your team can dedicate more energy to high-value activities that drive results. Then there's cost-effective marketing. By lowering production expenses, you can maintain a consistent brand presence across multiple channels without stretching your budget. It's about getting more bang for your buck, ensuring your message reaches your audience effectively and efficiently. And finally, automated workflows. Our tool, iBARE, takes care of those repetitive, time-consuming tasks. This automation frees up your team to focus on creative and strategic initiatives that truly add value. Overall, these combined benefits help streamline your operations and make your marketing efforts more efficient and impactful. Let's talk about how repurposing content can significantly enhance your SEO visibility. When you create multiple formats from a single piece of content, it opens up various entry points for search engines to find and index your site. This not only boosts your search rankings, but also improves your domain authority because search engines see your site as a valuable resource. Another key benefit is increasing backlinks. Different content formats, like videos, infographics, or blog posts, attract a wider range of websites to link back to you. These backlinks are crucial for SEO because they signal to search engines that your content is trustworthy and authoritative. Additionally, refreshing existing content and presenting it in new formats helps extend its lifespan. Instead of letting content become outdated, you keep it relevant and visible longer, maintaining your search presence over time. Finally, diversifying your content allows you to target a broader set of keywords. Different formats can focus on different keyword phrases, which expands your opportunities to rank for various search terms and attract more organic traffic. All of these strategies work together to strengthen your overall SEO performance, making your content more discoverable and valuable to both users and search engines. On this slide, we're focusing on how reinforcing your brand messaging is essential for building a strong and recognizable presence. First, maintaining a consistent brand voice is key. This means using a tone and style that resonate with your audience across all platforms, which in turn strengthens their connection to your brand and helps establish a clear brand identity. Next, the importance of key message repetition cannot be overstated. Repeating core messages strategically helps improve retention and fosters stronger associations with your brand in the minds of your audience. It's about making sure your main ideas stick. Moving on, having a multi-channel presence is crucial. It expands your visibility to different audiences and platforms while ensuring that your messaging remains unified. This creates a cohesive brand experience, no matter where your audience encounters your brand. Finally, clarity around your value proposition is vital. Consistently communicating what makes your brand unique helps your audience understand why they should choose you over the competition. When these elements work together, they reinforce your overall branding efforts and create a powerful, consistent message that resonates and sticks. Now, let's talk about how supporting multi-channel strategies can really strengthen our overall marketing efforts. First, having a unified brand messaging is crucial. When we communicate consistently across all platforms, it reinforces our brand identity and helps our audience recognize us more easily. This consistency builds trust and familiarity, making our brand more memorable. Next, by expanding our audience reach, we can target different segments through various channels. This way, we maximize our visibility and create more engagement opportunities. It's all about meeting our audience where they are and speaking their language. Another important aspect is content format diversity. We need to adapt our core messages into multiple formats, whether it's videos, blogs, social media posts, or infographics, tailored to each platform's unique requirements and audience preferences. This ensures our message resonates effectively across different channels. Finally, resource optimization plays a key role. By leveraging existing content across these channels, we reduce production costs and avoid reinventing the wheel. At the same time, we maintain a consistent marketing presence that supports our overall brand strategy. In summary, supporting multi-channel strategies allows us to unify our messaging, reach a broader audience, adapt content for maximum impact, and use our resources wisely, all of which tie back to our goal of building a strong, recognizable brand. let's take a closer look at the iBARE automation process. This slide outlines the key steps involved in automating our workflows. First, we start with identifying repetitive tasks that can be streamlined. This is crucial because automation is most effective when applied to tasks that consume a lot of time and resources. Next, we analyze these tasks to understand the specific requirements and potential challenges. Once we have a clear picture, we move on to designing the automation solution, ensuring it aligns with our overall goals and integrates seamlessly with existing systems. Implementation follows, where we set up and test the automation tools in a controlled environment. Finally, we monitor and optimize the process continuously to ensure it delivers the desired efficiencies. This entire process reflects our commitment to leveraging automation as a way to improve accuracy, save time, and support scalable growth. It's a core part of our overall strategy for operational excellence. Let's talk about how content analysis helps us identify ideas. First, core idea extraction is key. iBARE analyzes the content to pick out the main concepts, themes, and key messages that are essential for repurposing. This step ensures we're focusing on what truly matters. Next, we move to content mapping. This is where we visualize the relationships between these ideas, creating a coherent flow that can be adapted across multiple formats. It's like building a roadmap for how the ideas connect and support each other. Then, we have performance prediction. This is all about anticipating which content elements will perform best in different formats and channels. It helps us prioritize what to focus on to maximize engagement. Finally, audience alignment is crucial. It helps us identify which ideas will resonate most with specific audience segments across various platforms. By doing this, we ensure our content not only makes sense, but also connects deeply with the right audiences. Together, these steps form a comprehensive approach to turning ideas into impactful, versatile content that aligns with our overall goals. Now, let's talk about how our platform generates alternative formats. It enables multi-format conversion, which means it can transform your original content into various formats like blogs, social media posts, emails, and even videos automatically. This saves a lot of time and effort, allowing you to reach your audience across different channels effortlessly. Another key feature is platform optimization. The system adapts your content style to suit each specific platform's unique audience and engagement requirements. So, whether you're posting on LinkedIn or Instagram, your content will be tailored perfectly for that environment. Time-saving automation is also a big advantage here. Instead of manually reformatting your content for each format or platform, AI-powered tools handle the heavy lifting. This means faster production and more consistent output. And speaking of consistency, the platform ensures your brand voice stays intact while varying the presentation style to suit different formats. This helps maintain your brand identity, no matter where your content appears. All these features work together to streamline your content creation process, making it more efficient, adaptable, and aligned with your overall communication strategy. Let's talk about how schedules across platforms work with iBARE. First, there's the automated posting schedule, which helps us find the best times to share content across multiple platforms. This ensures our content reaches the right audience when they're most active. Next, we have calendar integration. This feature syncs seamlessly with our existing marketing calendars, so we can avoid content overlap and make sure everything gets maximum visibility. It keeps our planning organized and efficient. Then there's cross-platform consistency. While we maintain our brand voice, iBARE adapts the content format to suit each social channel. This way, our messaging feels natural and effective no matter where it's seen. Finally, we use analytics-driven timing. By analyzing engagement data, iBARE determines the ideal posting times for different audience segments. This data-driven approach means we're always reaching people when they're most likely to engage, helping us optimize our overall social media strategy and reinforce our message across all platforms. Let's dive into how we adapt our content for maximum engagement. First, we optimize for each platform. That means tailoring the format of our content to match what works best on each channel, ensuring we capture attention and drive interaction. Next, we analyze audience data. We look at metrics, like which posts get the most likes or shares, and use that information to refine our content. Understanding what resonates with different audience segments helps us become more targeted and effective. We also test variations. By creating multiple versions of our messages, we can see which ones perform best across different channels. This experimentation helps us hone our approach and improve results. Finally, we personalize delivery. We customize not just the content itself, but also the timing and how we present it, based on what we know about user preferences and behaviors. This personalization makes our messaging more relevant and increases engagement. All these strategies come together to ensure our content is not only seen, but also truly connects with our audience, reinforcing the overall goal of building stronger relationships through tailored, data-driven communication. Let's take a closer look at how we track performance metrics across our content. Engagement tracking, for instance, helps us monitor user interactions with all our repurposed content formats. This way, we can identify which pieces resonate most with our audience. Next, we have performance analytics. This involves measuring key indicators like reach, clicks, conversions, and overall audience growth. These metrics give us a clear picture of how effective our content is at driving engagement and achieving our goals. Then there's format comparison. This is about analyzing which content formats perform best for specific topics and audience segments. Understanding this helps us tailor our approach to maximize impact across different groups. Finally, ROI measurement is crucial. It allows us to calculate the time saved and the engagement gained through automated content repurposing strategies. This helps us evaluate the return on our efforts and ensures we're making data-driven decisions. Overall, tracking these performance metrics keeps us aligned with our objectives, helps us refine our strategies, and demonstrates the value of our content efforts to stakeholders. Now, let's take a look at the repurposing workflow, which is labeled as Step 3 in our process. This part is all about efficiently transforming existing content into new formats, so it can reach different audiences or serve different purposes. The key here is to understand that repurposing isn't just copying and pasting. It's about reimagining the content to maximize its value. For example, a long article might become a series of social media posts, or a webinar could be turned into a detailed ebook. This approach helps us save time and resources while expanding our reach. It's important to keep in mind that the goal is to maintain consistency and coherence across all formats, so the core message stays intact. And by doing this thoughtfully, we reinforce our brand and ensure our message resonates, no matter how the audience engages with it. Overall, this workflow underscores the importance of strategic content management within our broader communication efforts. When selecting content to repurpose, it's crucial to focus on high-value pieces. These are the evergreen, popular topics that have stood the test of time and carry strong core messages. By choosing such content, you maximize its potential for reuse across different formats and channels. Next, you want to identify the key points, main ideas, impactful statistics, and memorable quotes that can stand alone or be adapted easily. Extracting these allows you to tailor your messaging for different audiences and platforms. Considering your audience is also vital. Match your content to the preferences and engagement patterns of each channel. For example, what works on LinkedIn might differ from what resonates on Instagram or your email list. Finally, always evaluate performance data. Use analytics to see which pieces of original content performed best in the past. This insight helps you make smarter decisions about where to invest your time and resources when repurposing, ensuring you focus on what truly delivers results. All of these steps tie back to the overall goal of creating impactful, sustainable content that connects with your audience and drives engagement. Now, let's talk about some key strategies for making sure our content really hits the mark. First, it's crucial to extract the key points. These are the main ideas we want our audience to remember. By identifying the core messages, we ensure that our content stays focused and clear across all formats, whether it's a report, social media post, or presentation slide. Next, we want to find quotable segments, those impactful statements that can stand alone and resonate with people. These are perfect for social media highlights or memorable takeaways. At the same time, we need to note any important statistics, numbers that can be transformed into visual elements like infographics, making data more digestible and engaging. Finally, listing action items is essential. These are practical next steps or takeaways that provide immediate value, helping our audience apply what they've learned right away. Altogether, these steps help us communicate more effectively, ensuring that our message is clear, memorable, and actionable, keeping our overall theme of impactful communication front and center. All right, now that we've identified our goals, let's talk about choosing the right target channels. First, it's important to identify where your audience is actually located. Are they on social media platforms, forums, or perhaps niche communities? Once you know this, you can select the platforms where your target audience is most active and engaged. This way, your content will have the best chance to resonate. Next, matching the format of your content to each specific channel is crucial. Each platform has its own style and user expectations. For example, what works on Instagram might not be suitable for LinkedIn. So adapt your content style accordingly to fit each platform's unique requirements. Now, when it comes to engagement metrics, always prioritize channels with a proven history of engagement for your content type. This helps ensure your efforts are effective and that you're reaching audiences who are more likely to interact with your content. Finally, avoid oversaturation. Spread your content strategically across different platforms to prevent overwhelming your audience, which can lead to fatigue. By being thoughtful and strategic about distribution, you maintain interest and keep your audience engaged over time. Remember, choosing the right channels and tailoring your approach to each one is key to maximizing your reach and impact. Now, let's talk about how AI can revolutionize our content creation process. With AI-powered content transformation, we can convert a single piece of content into multiple formats automatically. This not only saves us a significant amount of time, but also helps us maintain consistency across all our brand materials. Moving on to format versatility, AI allows us to repurpose content effortlessly. For example, we can turn a blog into a video, transform a podcast into an article, or convert a report into engaging social media posts, all with intelligent adaptation that suits each platform. Next, smart scheduling plays a vital role. Automated publishing across various platforms ensures our content goes live at the most optimal times. This way, we maximize audience engagement without the need for manual intervention, making our efforts more efficient. Finally, performance tracking is essential. By monitoring engagement metrics across all these repurposed content pieces, we gain valuable insights. These help us refine our future content strategy, ensuring we're always reaching and resonating with our audience effectively. All these elements together demonstrate how AI not only streamlines our content process, but also enhances our ability to connect with our audience strategically. Now that we've created and scheduled our AI-generated content, it's crucial to review it carefully before hitting publish. We want to check for accuracy, making sure the information is correct, and also ensure that the tone and style align with our brand's voice. This step helps us maintain professionalism and consistency across all platforms. Once everything looks good, we can move on to scheduling the posts strategically. Timing is key. By planning publication times thoughtfully, we can maximize our audience engagement and reach the right people at the right moments across different channels. Next, it's important to monitor how our content performs. Tracking engagement metrics like likes, shares, comments, and click-through rates gives us valuable insights into what's working well. This helps us identify the most successful formats and topics. With that data, we can refine our content strategy for future efforts, making adjustments based on what our audience responds to best. Always remember, continuous optimization ensures that our content remains relevant, engaging, and aligned with our overall goals. Now let's talk about tracking engagement. It's essential to monitor performance metrics like likes, shares, and comments across all platforms. This helps us identify which repurposed content formats are truly resonating with our audience and performing the best. Next, we need to analyze audience response. By evaluating which versions of our content connect most effectively with different segments, we can optimize future efforts and tailor our messaging more precisely. Then, we should compare channel effectiveness. Not all platforms deliver the same level of engagement for every content type. Understanding which platforms work best for specific formats allows us to refine our distribution strategy and focus our efforts where they count most. Finally, we use this engagement data to adjust our content strategy continually. By doing so, we can improve our approach to repurposing content and selecting formats that truly engage our audience, ensuring we're always moving in the right direction. Thanks, I really appreciate your time and attention today. I hope you found the presentation insightful and helpful. Remember, the key points we've discussed tie back to the overall theme of continuous improvement and innovation. If you have any questions or want to explore further, feel free to reach out. Thanks again, and have a great day.